from the admission that God exists and it's the author of nature, it by no means follows that miracles must or even can occur. God himself might be such of a kind that is contrary to his character to work miracles. Or again, he might have made nature the sort of thing that cannot be added to, subtracted from, or modified. The case against miracles accordingly relies on two different grounds. We either think that the character of God excludes them, or that the character of nature excludes them. We will begin with the second, which is the more popular ground. In this chapter, I shall consider forms of it which are, in my opinion, very superficial, which might even be called misunderstandings or red herrings. The first herring is this. Any day you may hear a man, and not necessarily a disbeliever in God, say that of some alleged miracle. No, of course I don't believe that. We know it is contrary to the laws of nature. People could believe in it the olden times because it didn't know the laws of nature. We know now that it is a scientific impossibility. By the laws of nature, such a man means, I think, the observed course of nature. If he means any more than that, he is not the plain man I take him for, but a philosophic naturalist, and will be dealt with in the next chapter. The man I have in view believes that mere experience, and especially those artificially contrived experiences, which we call experiments, can tell us what regularly happens in nature. And he thinks that what we have discovered excludes the possibility of miracle. This is confusion of mind. The second red herring is this. Many people say they could believe in miracles in olden times because they had a false conception of the universe. They thought that the earth was the largest thing in it, and man was the most important creature. It therefore seemed reasonable to suppose that the creator was specifically interested in man, and might even interrupt the course of nature for his benefit. But now that we know that the real immensity of the universe, now that we perceive our own planet and even the whole solar system to be only a speck, it becomes ludicrous to believe in them only any longer. We have discovered our significance and can no longer suppose that God is so drastically concerned in our petty affairs. Whatever its value may be as an argument, it may be stated that once this view is quite wrong about facts. The immensity of the universe is not a recent discovery. More than 1,700 years ago, Ptolemy thought that in relation to the distance of the fixed stars of the earth must be regarded as a point with no magnitude. His astronomical system was universally accepted into the Dark and Middle Ages. The insignificance of the earth, as much as a commonplace to both theists, King Alfred, Dante, and Chaucer, as it is to Mr. H.G. Wells or Professor Haldane. Statements to the contrary in modern books are due to ignorance.